Oh, maybe I should boil water too. Okay, this way I can still see chat. I'll open this up because we need to peel this. Okay. Probably do need to eat a snack or something as well. Let's see how we can do this. My legs look awkward like that because you can barely see my shorts. Okay. Like this. And I don't need to see the compost pile that much. Okay, that's good. Oop. That was loud. Okay. Slightly better. Oop. Get off this cord, please. Okay. There we go. Can get some gloves. So, tinola is essentially Filipino chicken soup. We call it tinola. So it's gonna have chicken. This is chayote, these little green squash looking things. And we have something called malunggay. These are like, just like a leafy plant. We put this in there too, but if we don't have that, my mom likes to put spinach, which is definitely larger and like very different, right? But yeah, so what we're gonna do right now is that how are we gonna peel? Where's the thingy? Is it new? Yes, it is. So the thing about chayote is, we don't eat the skin. I usually like to leave the skin on for lots of fruits and vegetables. This is one of those ones that you don't do that. I have never eaten the skin off of a chayote, and I'm pretty sure it would be a very unpleasurable experience. So we've had these like kind of hanging out in vinegar water. Same thing with the malunggay. So usually with produce, we wash with, vinegar and water. Just, that's what we do. You know what I mean? To each their own. But produce and sometimes meat, depending. Because, you know, sometimes I just don't feel like doing that extra wash with the meat. Or if it's like ground meat, then it just feels like your meat's disintegrating. So like for ground meat, I typically skip, because I did wash ground meat once and I was like, yeah, maybe we won't do that anymore. So yeah, just putting that out there. Man, why do you feel slimy already? Is there a hole in one of you? So oh yeah, there's a little, okay, you have a little boo-boo. That's okay. I don't like using the word slimy when I describe food because it just sounds super negative. But it is a little slick when you cut these open, right? So actually we should start with the one with the boo-boo so it's like not hanging out in the water. So there's like a little, I guess it got nicked or something. So we're gonna peel off the skin. The best way we can. This is going in a compost pile, like collection. We did some IRL Stardew today offline, so I didn't show y'all today in chat, but if you're interested in seeing that IRL Stardew, we did post to our Instagram stories a little bit about it, so if you want to go check it out over there. we also have lots of stuff on Palestine today, unfortunately. Unfortunately, because, like, ugh, DNC is being real sus right now, so, you know what I mean? On top of not masking, so it's just, like, a bunch of unmasked people at, like, this huge event, and it's like, bruh, like, COVID is still very much a thing, you guys. Y'all fucking gonna get sick. So I'm already feeling it. It's like sticky, but also kind of like abrasive. I wouldn't say it's like Velcro, but you know how like Velcro sticks to stuff, but it's also kind of abrasive. You know, you don't want it near any sensitive fabrics. Like, this is slippery, but also like in a not fun feeling way. So we have to be careful because obviously, or not so obviously, we do not want to hurt ourselves, right? Because that would be super bad. So we're trying to go at a pace that is not completely impatient, while still being quick-ish. I was supposed to cook this tonight or yesterday night, but I fell asleep. I had a really nasty headache that just wouldn't go away. So you know what I mean? Yeah. Then I woke up and it was 1 a.m. and I was like, oh shit. And then I got on Instagram, and then when I was done, it was 3. And I was like, well, okay. I was just sitting here. I have a light on this side. I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, you can't really tell. You know what? Okay. Oof. I'm gonna put this in a measuring cup. Oof. Interesting. 1 second. One second. Boop, boop, boop. There. No. There. And there. Oh, well, I don't know. That one. Okay. And then, okay. So again, we're gonna peel this. Yeah, I'll start from the big end. I'm gonna peel this. Let me see, what's the better way to, because the way the tripod legs are, it's really hard for me to kind of situate how I want you guys without loosening the phone attachment thing. So let's see if I can. Okay. Okay, that's better. I should have brought the additional light, but whatever. Because I have some like Daiso lights that I got, and they're pretty fucking good. But I don't have enough tripods for everything, so, you know? There we go. That's the stove light behind me. And then I have a light for when you're facing me, but this is the back camera, so it's a little bit nicer. So I don't know if you can see that, like, it's, when you cut into it, kind of glistens and stuff, so it's a little like tacky, for lack of a better word. So it's like sticky, but not in a fun way. And like it's sticky and slippery. It's a very interesting feeling. That's why I wear gloves. I think my mom peels this without gloves, and I'm like, ugh. It's like, it's not a great feeling. But I'm pretty sure she does it because she doesn't want it to like slip, and then, you know, she peels hard or something and then she cuts herself. That's my theory anyway, but here we go. I was supposed to make this probably like 6 hours ago, but I fell asleep because of a headache. Ugh. So we didn't get all of it, but we got most of it, and we will definitely kind of get the rest of it when we cut it up, because see, like there's like the ass crack, so there's like some skin in the ass crack. So this skin is gonna go into the compost pile that we collect before we take it out and, you know, put it in our compost. So we collect like fruit skin and vegetable skin. My mom doesn't like bones in the compost pile, so like no chicken bones, no fish bones. Although I feel like probably both of those things would be pretty good for the soil, but you know. So no chicken, no fish in the compost pile. But like avocado skin, banana peel, orange peel, you know what I mean? When we have melon. Oh, the seeds from fruit, you know? Again, I'm trying not to be impatient, but like it's slippery and round and, you know. Okay. Sorry. Ugh. Okay, it's stuck. Ugh. Here we go. Oh, this one had a boo-boo too? Okay. This boo-boo was a little less open. Just like a little nick. Maybe it happened when it got harvested or something. I don't know. Anyway. This one we got most of it. Cool. Okay. I can probably start heating up the pan now. Well, let's just deal with all the slippery things first. Okay. That's a good idea. Thanks, chat. You're always thinking. Okay? Alright. Where that knife is. Oh, did I not grab one because I was like, I should do this first? Bless. Also, I burp a lot, so if that's weird for you, you might not want to be here. Just FYI. Also, I do not belch on command, so like don't be weird and be like, hey, no, I fucking don't belch on command, bro. Okay. So, if I remember correctly, I'm supposed to get rid of the white thing. Okay. So, how do we want to cut this? Well, at least down the middle, I guess. This is a very big piece. Okay, hold on. Let me try to get rid of this. So, I've been told not to eat the, like, white part. Definitely not the seed. The seed's in there, you know. So, let's go ahead and do our best to get rid of that without slicing too much out. Again, compost pile. Did I do this with a spoon last time? Also, I don't like cutting towards myself, so we're gonna kind of do like this number. Yeah, because I don't want to cut too much flesh, because, you know, I want to eat we want to eat as much as we can while avoiding the things that we don't want to eat. I know at some point I had that knife towards me. I don't like doing that, but I did it. There we go. I wasn't really told a reason. I was just told that we don't eat the white part. So, because I was told we don't eat the white part. Ah! Too much, too much, too much. I take out the white part. Okay. Potentially unpleasant to eat. I don't know. Not gonna try. Damn it. Ugh. Okay, and then there's just like a little bit of skin there, so we're gonna go ahead and take that out, right? Cool. So before I do some slicing, I'll go ahead and just keep on removing the white part. I wonder if I did this with a spoon last time. Maybe I did. Okay, we'll try it with a spoon on the other ones. Okay, and then again, just a little bit of the skin. Kind of looks like a green apple, you know, the skin. And then we're gonna take that out, and then there's a little bit at the top. Holy shit, are we still here? I guess I'll find out in a little bit. What? Okay. I guess it's because I had another stream open on the background before I started streaming. I should have closed the window. Whoops. Okay. Alright, spoon. That's most of the way. Oh, I guess there's still kind of some white stuff. There we go. Okay. Cool. I'm just gonna set this aside for now. Put these in here. Okay, so let's try to do this with a spoon, because I feel like maybe... No, I don't. I guess I did not. Although, I don't know, maybe? Maybe this is what I should be doing. It'd be kind of cool if we accidentally grew some chayote, just saying. So we don't have to, like, buy it all the time. Although, when you do grow stuff in the backyard on purpose or on accident, like, you know, it's there when it's there, so, you know? Like, if you didn't really have plans for it, it could still potentially be kind of wasteful, right? So... Okay, maybe that was the strat. Okay, we'll try doing that from now on. Just like do the middle with a spoon. Yeah? How about we do thirds? So maybe like this, or not, maybe, maybe fourths. Yeah, that looks cute. I still want these to be kind of bite-sized though, so like half. Okay, I think that's good. Yeah. Okay. So fourths and then halves. So I guess for the other one, so like this and this. They still, like, to me this is still a big ass piece, but they kind of don't mind things that are like big ass pieces. I would prefer these to be smaller, like maybe a third. Like this is good for me. So I don't know. Maybe I'll make some that are preferably my size. In addition to like their preferred size. Okay. Okay. Bam. All right, let's get the next piece without spilling everything out. There we go. So again, I'm gonna cut into the ass crack because that's the strat I like to do. Just make it easier for me. Gently. There. Okay, and so, wow, big seed. Okay, we're gonna take a spoon like I just did because that seemed like a better strat. Oop. Put that in the compost pile collection. Or I guess the compost collection pile, because the actual compost pile is outside. Okay. Okay. Too bad it's Thursday, because when I raid, I'm not really gonna be sure who to raid. Maybe Philippines will still be on when I'm done. Maybe Europe will have started, right? The morning / afternoon European streamers will probably be on by then, by the time I finish. So, okay, this was a great idea. You're so smart, chat. I'm so proud of us. Okay. Oh, fuck. Again, still kind of slippery. All right. Okay, that looks good. And now, because there's still a little extra skin, right? So we're gonna just be careful and take that off, please. Oh. Oh, if I end early and Mother Gamer is on, we could raid Mother Gamer. I don't know if she's on. I think she's on. But I have a feeling she's gonna end before before I end. Oh yeah, so, you know, I got caught up on Instagram, or else I would have started at like 2 a.m. instead of 3. So I have a call to action that I reposted in my Instagram story, and then I posted their post on my Twitter, and I started doing the call to action on my Twitter. So like there is a little copy pasta because, you know, Twitter has character limits. And a list of senators that are potentially not poised, but they're more likely to help with this particular call to action than, say, I guess other senators. So like if you would like to do the call to action, you can tweet those senators with the copy pasta I provided via the post that I saw. You can watch the video. I also linked some articles regarding the thing that she is talking about. Okay. And yeah. So even if you're not from the United States, because this is very much a United States issue, you can probably still do the tweet part. You know what I mean? Like, that would still be really cool of you as a human being to do. If you, you know, are down with collective liberation and not genocide. So, you know what I'm saying? Here we go. Oh, and there are multiple genocides going on right now. Okay, I'm not saying one is more important than the other as far as like eyeballs and ears. I just happen to have a little bit more information when it comes to the one that's happening in Palestine. Okay, so remember, there's more than one genocide. There are all sorts of people we can divest from, and not even that, there are people that we can invest in that are probably being secondary victims of, like, you know, Islamophobia and stuff, you know? So, like, Muslim-owned businesses, is there still skin on this? Oh, shit. Things like that. Okay. Okay, almost. We still need to cut up one more, but I'm running out of room in this particular measuring cup. Okay, so I'm going to dump the water I used for washing the chayote, these things that I'm cutting up. I'm going to take this water to the gray water bucket that we have in the garage. So, like, water used for cleaning vegetables and fruits and, like, dishes. And then I think it might be better to transfer the chayote pieces into this big metal thing that we were using to wash them earlier. Okay, so I'm just gonna put my glove on so I don't necessarily have to, like, touch them. Okay, so I'm just gonna, because I still have one more to cut up. Okay. Here's the last one. Hey, what up, Seffi? Okay, good, because I had your stream up and then you rated, and I was like, oh, I hope that didn't break anything. So now I know it didn't. Now I know it didn't. But how are you? Yeah, I had a really nasty headache earlier, so I went to sleep. And then I woke up around 1, but then I got distracted on Instagram. And then all of a sudden it was 3, and I was like, oh, we should get starting on the cooking. So, you know? Because I meant to cook this like at like 8 p.m. or something. I definitely meant to cook this last night. Is your headache gone now? I feel like recently I've been just having a lot of headaches, which honestly could be anything. I have a feeling it could be maybe my cycle is coming, but also it's just been so hot. I've been drinking more water, but probably not enough. And we've just been outside, you know, and it's already hot at like 10 a.m. So, you know what I mean? it's been kind of hard, to say the least. And then the kitchen gets really hot. So, like, right now we're okay, but I was feeling a little sweaty-ish earlier, and I was definitely feeling sweaty this afternoon when I was cooking. So I think that's part of why I had a headache, because, like, it was hot while I was cooking, plus it's, like, hot period. You know? So, it's just been a little difficult. I feel like something, like, has been, like, nibbling at me, and I'm like, we haven't had mosquitoes for a while, and we just had the Orkin guy roll through and fucking spray everything. Why the fuck? Why the fuck am I feeling nibbles? So, you know, the Orkin guy was really cool, by the way, so just putting that out there. He's a very nice guy, and it was hot. I felt so bad. I was like, you want some water before you leave, you know? Because I'm like, I don't know if you have water in that truck. And so I gave him like 3 cold bottles of water and like a little bag for keeping it cool, hopefully. I don't know if that bag worked because it is fucking hot, right? So hopefully it did. And probably he should not be drinking like super cold water because I don't know, when you drink cold water, your body works harder to, like, metabolize it, right? So, like, that may make him, like, hotter. I forget how that works. I've been told, like, just drink room temp water, which is fine, because, like, I fucking love room temp water. You know what I mean? I don't do ice. This bitch has sensitive-ass teeth. So, you know what I mean? But I don't know. Hopefully Orkin dude's okay. You know, it's just so hot. Cause like they spray the perimeter of the house. I'm room temp only. Yeah, sometimes I want something cold, but like, you know, I'm pretty sure it's healthier to not. I forget. Or hot. You know, like. I'm still drinking hot water, even though it's summer. So, I'm doing some of these in fourths and thirds, but I'll do this one in fourths and halves because I prefer smaller pieces, but I know they still like big pieces. I don't know why. It's like easier to put in your mouth if it's smaller, but whatever. Anyway. Oh, wait, did I? Oh, I did. It just felt like I didn't. Oh, that's weird. But yeah, this should be fairly quick because what I did earlier today is that I partially cooked the chicken. So the chicken's in the fridge partially cooked, which is great because that's going to speed up this process. I also prepped the ginger already. So we got that. So it's ginger, this chayote that we just spent 30 minutes dealing with. And the malunggay, these little leaves over here. Over here. They grow on a little tree, they're cute. You know, they sway in the wind. So, these are the ingredients. Let me get that ginger out. Hopefully nothing happened to it, like it didn't fall or somebody do some weird shit to it. Okay. So I've got the ginger. It dried out a little bit because fridges do that. They suck out moisture out of things. You know, so if you have something that's uncovered, you should probably cover it. You know what I mean? Let's see. Okay, this one's mine. Oh, this is mine. That's my soup. This. Okay. Oh yeah, I have to figure out where we're gonna put everything when it's done. Let's do this. And then do that. This is And then we still have like a dessert I need to fuck with. Okay. Cool. So a thing that we're doing in our house now, not because I like it, but because of reasons that I will explain shortly, is that I am separating everybody's food out. And so all of it's labeled. Everyone has their own separate whatever. I fucking hate it because now our fridge looks like fucking a work fridge because of this situation. And the reason why I'm doing that is because my aunt does this thing where she puts a utensil in her mouth and then puts it in communal food. So because she doesn't know how to be a decent human being, we're doing this now. And I fucking hate it, and it's annoying, and the easier thing, and the thing that's better for society, would be for her not to put a utensil that she fucking puts in her mouth into communal food. Because that's nasty as shit. Doesn't matter if you have anything or not. You could be asymptomatic with some bullshit. So, anyway. That's where we are. So, like, I am, like, full on annoyed by that. My mom's like, well, we're not doing communal food anymore. And I'm just like, I shouldn't have to do this. Like, fucking, y'all aren't babies. Like, this isn't fucking going to school and putting your fucking lunch in a refrigerator with a bunch of other motherfuckers. Like, we shouldn't have to do this. Also, how fucking old is she? How many decades has she been alive and she hasn't learned to not do this? You know? So. So anyway, there's that. So I'm just warming up this pot. I'm warming up the pot first, then we're gonna put the oil, then I'm gonna hit up this ginger. How people do the order of tinola is like different than what I'm gonna do. So I got my notes here. This notebook is like 20 years old. If you can see by the music that I was writing down to remember. Okay. These are CDs. So Flight of the Sky, the 4th album. Jewelry, the 3rd album. SM Town, Winter, Angel Eyes, Summer 2003. Bro. So, banger. So tinola is chicken, malunggay. That might be spelled incorrectly, by the way. Just putting it out there. Frosted tip days. Oh my god, I think Brian did have fucking frosted tips at some point. Brian is like half of Flight of the Sky. Sadihan nga siya adunay galingon ng niya amang. No idea. I'm pretty sure you're not saying anything weird, but I'm not sure. Oh, onion. Oh, there's onion? Oops. Let me cut an onion. Oh, I put the cutting board away already. Oh, man. Okay, let me lower that temperature. Hold on. Jesus. Okay, I thought I was ready to go. My bad. I'm dumb. I forgot something. See, it's a good thing we looked at that notebook. Chat. You're so smart. Okay, let me turn y'all around again. Or lower you and stuff. When he has his own thumb? His own dumb? Interesting. Oh wait, we can do that because that's just what Anid said. Man, that's a very long way of saying that. Where did he learn that from? Stop. Please stop. Okay, thank you. Okay, so I put water on my wrists because I heard that was a strat for cutting onions. Oh, okay, now we need to buy more onions. Okay, we need to buy onions and ginger and bread today because it's kind of absurd how quickly these ladies eat through bread. And if it's Filipino, oh yeah. Oh, okay, so if you go to a NIV, you can set languages that he like speaks in. It says like translate, but you know, basically all this stuff he learns in chat, he'll just say it, like shit it out in a different language. So I think I had him in Spanish for a little bit, but I added Tagalog just so I could like, for immersion purposes, but then I realized, oh, he might be saying sus stuff and I literally don't know. So I'm gonna just like hope he doesn't say weird shit he learned in chat, you know? So there's that. I had it in like Chinese and Japanese for a while, but then I was like, wait a second. Your Chinese and Japanese is really fucking shitty. Like, barely existent. So maybe you shouldn't do that just in case he says something weird. So, anyway, it was for immersion purposes, but I sort of did kind of fail. As far, because like, I have no way of really knowing if a NIV is being okay. Like, not a sussy motherfucker, because, you know, people be saying sussy shit in chat, you know? But yeah, you can set him to speak in different languages, essentially. I'll need to ask Charles about the timeout game, though. Only because I think it's kind of fun. But no one really copies his messages in my chat, so, like, it'll be a very secret game. I kind of want to train a NIV to say a bunch of weird shit, but, like, not, like, incel sus, but, like, teach him how to meow or something. Like, I'm kind of surprised a NIV doesn't meow. You know? Yo, what up, Quan? Long time no see. Were you streaming earlier? I woke up from a headache, so I'm cooking. I'm cooking. Nope. How was your day? I hope you were not outside. Like, at all. It was so terrible. Never too late. It was hot as fuck. Lots of traffic. Oh no. Never too late to cook. I need a NIV to riz me up. I don't think a NIV's learned any rizzing. He is not the Rizzler, you know? Well, I'm sorry you were in traffic. Eesh. I know for us, like, my mom's car, even with the AC on, it doesn't really feel like it's helping. You know, like, you still feel hot in the car for, like, the first 20 minutes, but it takes, like, 30 minutes to get anywhere. So... at least in Texas, it takes, like, 30 minutes to get anywhere. So, I know other places are different because, like, their states are smaller and you can drive 2 hours and be in a different... You can drive 2 hours and hit up, like, 5 cities. Our state is not like that. That was, like, so wild. Fucking being in New Jersey, I could walk to a different city. What the fuck is this shit? I was like, okay. I was like, all right. Fucking crazy. So, just like the wildest concept. Because I did that. I was like, oh, there's a library. Blah, blah, blah. Let me walk to this library. It's like a 20-minute walk, right? So if I had a car, I'd be there in like 5 seconds. And, fucking... technically, like, it's a whole ass different fucking city. I was like, what? Wow. Man, the North. I can fix him, lmao. You know, it's funny, like, I heard something on the radio, and they're like, picture this, and I was like, what? Because the Joker, when they use the voice, it's like, picture this, or whatever, and I was like, oh, intriguing. Okay, put that in the pile. We good? We good? I'm trying to use all of this onion. Okay. Oh man. So right after we cut this onion, I'm gonna hit that pan with some oil and raise up the temperature slightly. Slightly. It's already pretty low, but like it's been building, right? So. And we might need to add more water to my wrists because this onion wants to assault my eyeballs. Now, the cold faucet is still hot. Or warm. I guess we shouldn't say hot. It's warm. It's warm when it's supposed to be not warm. I probably am a little smelly IRL because it's just been hot, but I also don't want to get, I mean, the water won't be cold in the shower, but like, I'm afraid like, oh my god, my nose. Like, it'll take me forever to change the temperature, and then it'll be too cold, and then it'll be too hot, and then I'll be like, oh my god. Let me just use baby wipes, fuck this. We did baby wipes today, so. What's tinola? So tinola is basically Filipino chicken soup. It is our version of chicken soup. So there's chicken, obviously. There's onion, there's chayote. We spent like 30 minutes fucking with some chayote. It's like a little green, squash looking thing. Okay, I guess you're ready to go. There we go. That's kind of interesting to slice up because it's, I hate using slimy when it comes to describing foods because it just feels like how Americans talk about foods that have like flavor and like cultural relevance, and they like make things sound weird and gross when it's not. But tinola's a little, you know, slick. There we go, that's better. Let's describe it like lube. It's slick. It's slick but also kind of tacky, so like it's slick but not in like a pleasant way. So not like lube. You know? It's slick but not like lube. Or maybe no, I wouldn't even say it's like the stickier types of lube. It's like a different type of slick and sticky. But, you know, it's not the best feeling. But it's not completely terrible. But I also wear gloves. I also wear gloves when I fuck with it. So, you know, do what you will with that somewhat visual information or descriptions. Oh, wait. Oh, I forgot this side too. So the way I do it is slightly different. I like to pre-cook the chicken a bit. And I also like to hit the garlic, or not garlic. This one does not have garlic. This dish does not have garlic. the ginger and the onions in the pan to get some of the aromatics out, you know. Oh, you know what? I could probably toast some of the turmeric in there. Like, because the pan is dry right now. Yeah, we could do that. We put, like, turmeric for most of our animal proteins, so just, like, FYI. I could use some soup. Oh, are you not feeling good? Man, if I knew how to make pho, or more importantly, if I had the patience for it, I would. Easy meal to eat, yeah. Oh, I'm fine. Okay, good. Because I don't want you to be sickies. Bitch. Onion, fuck. Ugh. We're almost done, onion. Please. Stop fucking with my eyeballs. I don't have my eye drops here. We're almost done. We're almost done. Okay. There's Instant Pot pho. You know, my mom doesn't want an Instant Pot. She's, like, very against it. So I can't, like, bring a huge appliance inside the house. Because she'd be like, what? Like, my mom really likes waffles. Like, a lot. And I was like, well, why don't we just get a waffle maker? Or like one of those things that do waffles and paninis and all this other shit. And she's like, no, I don't want another device, blah, blah, blah. You know, my mom was like that. Then I cooked a few meals with it. Then she figured out how to use it. Oh! Your mom's cool. Oh yeah, turmeric. We're gonna do turmeric first before we add the oil and stuff. So we're gonna... Oh, that's cinnamon. Woohoo! Almost made a mistake. Because the pan is hot, so I'm just gonna... There we go. Turmeric in there. There we go. And the tiniest bit of pepper. So we don't super fuck shit up. Okay, and then I need a... There we go. I smell the turmeric. Good job. Okay. Just like a dry little toast of this turmeric. Okay. Now the oil and stuff. I think most moms are against change in their settings. I just bring the new appliance home and prove to her it's superior. OMG. For us, it's a means of also like storage. We've got a lot of like stuff and not a lot of space. So that's also part of it. Because if I remember correctly, your kitchen was actually pretty big. Or at least in comparison to mine, I think you had like a lot of shelf space. Or like, you know, shelf? Counter! Sorry. You had a lot of counter space. Oh my god, words, bro. Okay, so we're gonna add a little bit of oil. The pan's already hot, so I'm gonna start with the ginger. Don't hurt me. Out with old, in with the new. I bought a Sochi Rushi. Ooh! And she went on strike? I kept using the 15-year-old rice cooker for like a month. I kept cooking rice in the zojirushi and she finally accepted it was better rice. I like zojirushis. Like, I'm not gonna lie about that. I fantasize about having zojirushi fucking appliances. You know? And if I just want to be like slightly under the tiger, although the Rooster brand ones look kind of good too. You know? I like a smaller, more compact rice cooker for, you know, for aesthetics and stuff. This rice cooker is okay, but I feel like, especially since we're not cooking as much rice, they're only cooking like 2 cups at a time, we could use a smaller rice cooker, like a smaller, better rice cooker. But you know, like, I finally got one of those gas things for, like, you know, when there's a natural disaster and you don't have fucking power. We got one of those stoves, and Mom, like, was super against it for the longest time because she was afraid, like, of a fire or smoke inside the house. And I was like, people cook with this shit inside their houses all the time. Like, I watch YouTube, okay? So, you know what I mean? Like, they're not cooking outside. They're cooking inside their house with these stoves, with these portable stoves. So I was like, okay, Mom, whatever. But we finally got one, which was handy when Beryl was around because, again, we didn't fucking have power for a while. And, but we cooked with it outside because she was just adamant about, like, not, you know what I mean? And she was so surprised when everything was cooked faster. And I was like, that's, like, because we have an electric stove. You know, this is not gas. So, like, you know, typically that's why my streams used to be like 8 hours long. Right? We've gotten better at being a little bit more efficient. So, slightly. But again. Okay, so I slightly smell the ginger. I want to smell the ginger more before I add the onions. So again, the way I'm doing it is probably not the same as like your tita or tito, or you know what I'm saying. This is just, I made this adjustment based on what my friend was doing when he was married to a Filipino lady. He's Hawaiian, by the way. He's not like some random white guy. Gas is so much better, but I'm also an electric stove house, yeah. A lot of people want to put in fucking, what is it, generators, but you need a gas line for some of them or whatever, because like it taps into a gas line. The ones that get maintained by other people, so you don't have to like you be the one that's maintaining it. But we don't have any gas lines in our neighborhood, so. But we smelled gas outside the house, like, I don't know, a week or so ago, and I was like, what the fuck? I told my mom, I was like, I smell gas outside. And it didn't look like anybody was cooking. It was in the middle of the day, like on a weekday, and I was like, the fuck is this shit? And apparently they were working on a gas line somewhere within like a 5-mile radius of the house, and I'm just like, okay. But we weren't the only neighborhood who smelled it. Like, basically, like, other neighborhoods in the area also smelled it, so that was fucking weird. But anyway. Okay, we're gonna put the onions in, and, you know, hope we don't hurt ourselves, okay? Because onions have a little bit more moisture. Okay, cool. We're not hurting ourselves. We're doing such a good job, chat. I'm so proud of us for not hurting ourselves. Okay, so according to my notes, onion, chicken, ginger first. Then after the chicken is cooked a little, then the chayote. And then add the malunggay. Okay, so essentially, whoop! This is supposed to be a soup, okay? So I will add the liquid parts when we get to the chicken part. But I want to kind of cook down and get some extra flavor out of the ginger and garlic. And so the reason why it's turning a little yellow, by the way, is because of the turmeric I added. Typically, we put the turmeric on our proteins, but we didn't do that. We just defrosted them because my mom was like, I want tinola like 2 days ago, but then she still put the chicken in the freezer, and I was like, okay. So I had to wait like 2 days to defrost it, you know, because I had meat too in the fridge, but I like hurried up and cooked that so I could move the chicken in the fridge. And then like the chicken was still kind of crunchy yesterday, and I was like, this is still very frozen. And then we like took it out of its package and put it on a different tray, like out in the open, exposed to the, you know, dehydration of the fridge. And so that's why we were able to start cooking it this afternoon. But I was not feeling good because it's hot and the kitchen gets hot. So it was hot, plus the kitchen gets hot. And I was just like, my headache would not go away. And I was like, you know what? I was thinking about streaming earlier today, but I was trying to also call a friend who just like lost her dad. So I've been meaning to like chat and hang out with her to like catch up, and you know, if she wants to vent or like, you know, have someone to talk to about this, because like she knows that I lost my dad, you know, so you know, that kind of thing. So but she got busy, and then I got a headache, and then she has kids too, so it's like, you know what I mean, like I'm not gonna bother you after dinner time kind of thing, because like I don't know what kind of schedule you have the kids on, plus it's like school just started and her kids are little, so you know, I can't do that to her. So so we're gonna try again tomorrow. Or today, because today is tomorrow or tomorrow's today. So we're gonna try again today. I think it'd be kind of cute if we met up at like at a coffee house and like chill, you know. But again, she's like a mom and a wife, and mostly the kids are really little. So I don't know her schedule with that. My other friend who has like a little kid, now they have two, because like they have a newborn that's like, I don't know, I mean like 4 months old or something. Fucking our dad friend is like a stay-at-home dad, and the mom is a surgeon, so you know what I mean. But like their schedule's a little bit more lax. He's usually at the house if he's not like doing a shoot or something, because he does photography as like as money and stuff like that. So like usually he's at home editing his photos. So you know what I mean. And being the stay-at-home dad now that they have a newborn, and like I don't know, is he like 5? I think their kid's like 5. I don't know, he's just like really tall for a child, so I could be wrong, like maybe he's not 5, you know. So but yeah, so them it's like a little bit easier and a little bit more casual. But I don't know, like I don't really know much about her husband, and like, you know, with the other friend, like I know the husband and the wife. So yeah. So hopefully I can hang out with that friend and catch up. And you know, I haven't seen her in forever. She's like a friend from college. Very, very nice. Like definitely one of the nicest people I have ever met in my whole entire life. Like I don't even know why she's friends with me. Like that's how nice she is. Like I can't even believe she's my friend. So because you know, I'm like I'm me. And I know myself really well. She's just such a nice person. It's crazy. Alright, so anyway. This is partially cooked chicken, okay? So we partially cooked it because there's a whole ass package of chicken earlier. So I made adobo earlier off stream. And then we're using the other half of this chicken package for tinola. Okay? So I'm going to put this chicken in there. And then we're going to brown it a little bit. Then I'm going to add the water. Okay? Again, partially cooked, so it's not like all the way cooked. How about we get that off? Okay. And also earlier when we were doing the IRL Stardew stuff, also offline, I was detangling this vine looking thing, and I was like, why the fuck are you all tangled up on everything like that, bro? Like, I don't think we appreciate any of that. And so I finally... What up? I finally, like, undid this vine, or these, like, little vine tendrils. I finally untangled them. And then my mom goes and chops it off. I was like, what? What are you doing? And she's like, that's a weed. And I was like, it's a vine? In my head, I was like, what? And she's like, it chokes like any plant it like wraps around. I was like, oh, I see. I was like, oh, okay. I wish I knew that before I was like detangling this for like 30 minutes. So I learned something today. Because I thought it was just part of like some plant that I didn't know what it was, because like I didn't know what the fuck it was. But yeah, it was like hanging off a bunch of different trees and like all up in one of the compost piles, and I was like, bro, what are you doing? What is this? Like, why are you all up on everybody like that? So again, the order that I'm doing this tinola situation, probably not the same as your titas or titos or what have you, grandma, grandpa, Lola, you know? Lola. You know. But I have a friend who was married to a Filipino lady. He's Hawaiian, okay? So he's not just some random weirdo white guy. He used to be married to a Filipino lady, and he was telling me when he made adobo, he would like cook up the onions in the pan first and the chicken first a little bit, and then like do everything else. And then I was like, oh, okay, you know what I mean? So like pre-cooking the chicken a little bit first before you do the rest of the story. So that's what we did earlier with the chicken before we started, like right now, is that we had a package of chicken. So half of it went to adobo and then half of it went to tinola. So I was like, I should just pre-cook all the chicken, right? And then we'll do the adobo first, right? Because I feel like, you know, essentially I deglazed with like the soy sauce and fucking like, well, I didn't use the soy sauce per se. I used the ABC marinating soy sauce and a little bit of water, probably more vinegar. And then it wasn't really tasting all the way that I wanted it to taste, so I added actual soy sauce. So I'll show you ABC. So when there's a recipe that requires soy sauce and some sort of sugar, so adobo is usually brown sugar, at least for us anyway. This is sweet soy sauce. So people use it like a marinade or whatever. So I was like, I mean, it's got sugar, so you know what I mean? Because it does. It like literally has sugar in it. Right? So I was like, okay, we'll use this, you know? My mom, her recipe, she barely uses any water. Every recipe I learned adobo from, a substantial amount of water. So I was very confused when I learned her way of doing it, because I was like, then where did I learn this from? Because I always used a fuck ton of water. So she was like, barely any water, and use the soy sauce, and I was like, so we did it her way last time, and that was fine, but I don't remember, and I didn't write it down. So I used, like, Salaan Pinoy, or something like that. I used that website, because there's like 2 websites that do recipes. And so I looked at that one, and I was like, see, they're using water. They're using water, but they were also using Nor, and I was like, okay, well, we're, okay, sort of. You know, like, mine is still going to be different. Because, like, in our house, we don't really use Nor or Magi. Like, we don't even have Magi. And the only person who's, like, bringing, like, bouillon cubes or whatever into the house is this motherfucker right here. Like, my mom doesn't fuck with any of that shit. So, you know what I mean? Like, the only kind of, like, pre-made seasoning stuff that we use is, like, because I'm going to group that into the same category. It's like, you know, like, when you make sinigang, like, we're not doing that from scratch and, like, using tamarind paste. You know what I mean? Like, that's a lot of work. Like, I can appreciate that, but that is not something that we're doing at the house, right? And we've only made, like, kare-kare, like, once or twice, and that was with guided supervision from my aunt. Because she loves making kare-kare, and she, like, makes a badass kare-kare, you know what I mean? So, like, get the professional. And so, you know, some of the seasoning packets, again, for that, obviously we have peanut butter, whatever, but, so if you don't know, kare-kare has peanut butter, so if you have a peanut allergy, it's probably not gonna be in your best interest to eat it. And also, if you have a shrimp allergy, usually there's shrimp paste. Like 99% of the time. I feel like some people put it in it, but a lot of people serve it on the side. But you're not going to really know unless you ask, right? So, just 2 allergen things to be concerned about if you ever think about eating kare-kare. Because it's delicious. But if you have an allergy, maybe not. So, you know what I mean? So you're going to just have to ask. But yeah. Okay. So, still looking kind of pale. Lmao. I'll raise it up just a little. And also, it's looking slightly yellow because we use turmeric typically when we use animal protein. So, animal proteins of choice in this house are going to be chicken and fish. So, tinola, typically, I've never seen tinola with anything else besides chicken or manok. So, if you see something that says baka, they're not saying stupid, they're saying cow. Okay. And if you see a dessert called puto, we're not cussing anybody out. That is literally a dessert in the Philippines. Like, not even a troll. So, just FYI, you hear Filipinos talking about dessert and they say puto, they're not trying to, like, fuck some shit up and, like, piss somebody off. That is literally dessert that we have. So, it's like steamed rice cake, essentially, because my dad always made it in a steamer. So, I never really got into puto. like, it was like one of his favorite things to make. I don't know if it's because of the simplicity of it or what. Maybe he really liked the taste of it. I couldn't really get into, like, the texture of puto or cuchinta, you know what I mean? Cuchinta, probably the texture a little bit more because it's, like, jelly-like and kind of fun. But, like, it really took a long time for me to, like, appreciate puto. So, just FYI. It takes time for people to change, right? Okay, give me... Thank you. Okay. I think I'm ready to put some water in the chayote. Mostly because I'm getting impatient and I want a snack. I mean, I can let this, like, do its thing and snack at the same time, but, like... Let's see... Oh, you know what? Oh, well, we can't eat that right now because I need to warm it up. This is something I can eat without warming up. Okay, let me take my name tags off so y'all don't see my name, although one of you definitely knows my name. If not two, I don't know, both of you might know my name. I made gelatin from Dagari. Yeah, Quan definitely knows my name. So, he knows my full-ass fucking legal name. It's Bellinissima. Alright, we're gonna use one of the bowls we used for either... I think this is the onion bowl. I'm just gonna take some of this out. We made this the other day because, you know, it's fucking hot and I like red jello. Full government name. I know. Ugh. Okay, I'm gonna put my name tags back on so people don't fucking put their spoons that they put in their mouth in my food. You know, I used to not think I was OCD, but now I really fucking don't know. I feel like I probably am. Okay. I probably am. Smelling pretty good. Come on, man. I don't want to get another utensil. There we go. See, that guy cooperated. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna get some water. Okay. Okay, now we'll eventually come back up. I'm gonna kind of gently deglaze a little bit. Because definitely some of these got a little charred. That's fine. That's extra flavor. We're fine. We're fine. I'm sure most other tinolas are more clear looking. But again, A, turmeric. B, some of these onions got some char. So, just FYI, okay? Yeah, we got some char. We got some char. Yeah, that one got real crispy. That might have been ginger. If anything, we can always add more ginger later. No, that smells fine. The smell is fine. I'm gonna wait till that comes to a boil a little bit. Probably gonna add a little bit more water. Because the chayote is going to be added later, so let's go ahead and just do that. And then we'll bring it to a boil, add the chayote. Maybe put the chayote for like another 20 minutes. In the meantime, we will snack on some Dagari gelatin. And some Buñuelo crisps. Sorry I said it like that. Okay. All right. Just clear this area out a little bit. We should be done cutting everything now. We got these Buñuelo crisps. These are fucking delicious. I'm not gonna learn how to make buñuelos, so you know what I'm saying? This all fucking day. So I'm gonna eat this over the Jell-O. That way we can get cinnamon sugar over the Jell-O. Or the gelatin. Because it's not Jell-O bread. Oh my god, that's so good. Come on, soup. I believe in you. For chat, nom 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 nom. So again, call to actions on my Twitter via Hiilani Lily. And I also shared it on Instagram because that's where she originally posted it. So and then I have like this mineral water drink that I was starting to drink earlier. Again, I'm not sponsored by anyone, chat. I'm just letting you know what I'm drinking. Peña Fiel? Peñada. Oh, that's cute. Peñada. Con sabor artificial. Okay. Bebida de agua mineral. Very straightforward. Oh, fuck! It has high fructose corn syrup. Sad. I didn't see that. Ugh! So close. Oh. Anyway, it's pretty tasty. Just in general, I try to stick away from like high fructose corn syrup. So, that's a me thing. And then when we get ready to add the malunggay, the leaves, I'll try to put them through a strainer first, just to like, you know, get rid of the excess water, but we've just been letting it hang in there. I kind of agitated it a few times earlier, just to make sure, but it's been kind of soaking in vinegar water this whole time, so. I see you heating up. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, I feel like my mom's gonna say something. I'm gonna go ahead and try to fish out some of the supercharged bits, so she doesn't get like too mad. Just adjust you. There we go. yeah, we're just getting out some of the char, because, again, I had the onions and garlic first to get some of the flavor out, but after adding the chicken, it was a little long for some of these, and they fell victim to my decisions. So we're just getting some of the extra charred bits out. Oof. Oh, oh shit. Oh, are we getting back to a pretty nifty temp? Oh. Okay. we got like the more substantial. Oh, wait. Oh. Char. Okay. Cool. I am still keeping some of it, you know, because it's like, I don't think it's that bad. Okay, let me wipe my nose. Fuck. Okay, so we can probably add the chayote now that it's coming back up. And we're gonna do this preferably without hurting ourselves. So it's splattering away from ourselves. Right? So I want to give this like maybe 20 minutes. So this char is from fucking, because I wanted to have the ginger and onion kind of cook in the pan first to get the aromatics out. But then, you know, it took a couple steps to get to the actual adding of the chicken part, so that's why there's a bit of char, because like the onions and garlic were there the whole time, right? Because they were the first in. So that's why we have some char. So that's part of why this tinola is not like a clear colored broth. The other part of that is that we used turmeric. So the reason why it's looking kind of like yellowish is because of the turmeric, and it's looking a little brownish because of the char. Okay, so that's how that's working. I made decisions, shit happened, you know, so it's okay. We're gonna be fine. It's gonna be okay. Because some of this char we're just gonna keep because I still feel like it's flavor. And it's like more almost like kind of char, but also kind of caramelization. You know, so like that one's not bad. This one's, if I can get it. Okay. Okay. So we can probably let this, oh. Cook out. a little bit. Come on, bro. There we go. Yeah, not bad, not bad. In the meantime, we'll just have some snackies. Snackies that I don't have to warm up, right? And when we're done with snackies, we'll do some dishes. And then yeah. Last step will be putting the malunggay in there. I'm just eating some of the stuff that I took out. Because some of it, like, wasn't that bad. It just fell in with the rest of the Crispies. It's not bad. But yeah, again, the reason for the char is because I did the onions and garlic first for aromatics, but it took a couple steps to get to actually adding the chicken in and then actually adding the water. So like, again, that's why we have some char. And also partially why the broth is not clear. And the reason why the broth is a little bit on the yellow side is because we used turmeric, which again, not like, that's not really necessarily a common thing with tinola, right? That's just like a us thing, because typically when we have animal protein, we use turmeric either as like a marinade, or in this instance, we added it to the thing that we're making, like overall, and not just like during thawing / marinating. So, you know, please, there we go. So I am still taking out some of the char, but we're gonna keep some of it, like the one on this ginger, like I'm just gonna keep that there. But some of the, maybe this one needs to, come on. Oh my god. There we go. We'll take that one. But yeah. Yeah. Oh, I guess I can show you the adobo I made earlier. This is the adobo I made earlier. I got 2 chicken legs for myself. So there's 7 pieces of chicken per dish. So there's 7 for the tinola, 7 for the adobo we made earlier. So that's how we're doing this. Let me, damn it. It smells good. Smells good. The goal is to at least have the soup done by 6, so we can start cooling it off. Because again, I'm separating all the food 3 ways. Because my aunt doesn't know how to keep her spoon that goes in her mouth out of communal food, so. Because she can't learn that skill, or doesn't want to, we are splitting all the food up and separating it out inside of the fridge. So like everyone has their own separate like food of like, so if I make tinola, everyone has one thing of tinola with their name on it. And I made adobo, so there's like 3 containers of adobo, one with everybody's name on it. So like one with my name, one with my mom's name, one with my aunt's name. So it's very annoying. It's like super annoying. Like, why can't you just learn to not put your shit in everybody's food? Okay, while you watch this boil, I'm gonna do some dishes, okay? So I'm gonna put some of the dishes away first, so we can wash and dry some more dishes. So yeah, this is, bless, you know, probably a slightly different kind of style as far as like the order of things and adding turmeric in comparison to like how your family might do it, assuming that there are Filipinos lurking in this stream right now. You know what I mean? Usually we don't even have barangay. Like, apparently my uncle's been growing some, so we like went to his house the other day, and they gave us like a bunch of, they let us have barangay, which none of us knew he was growing. Like that was a surprise when we got there. Which was really cool, because like I remember seeing the tree once, because like there's a community garden here that grows it, and my mom was so excited when she saw it. She was like, hey, yeah, I'd like to have some of that. So like somebody like cut off a piece for us at this community garden, and I was like, cool. But yeah. Alright, how much time do we have? We got 8 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna let you keep on watching that while I do dishes, okay? You keep an eye on the pot, chat. Let's see if we can wash you too. And you. Okay. Where's the spongy thing? There you are. like 2.5 minutes before we do another check. It's still feeling kind of firm, so I might need to take some time. They're still pretty tough. Okay, should probably give it, I don't know, maybe another 10? Did you want me to boil more water? I still need to clean this thing. Okay, boil some water. So if you hear a kettle, that's correct. You're hearing a kettle. Are we almost there? Okay, I actually think we're almost there. We'll give it a little bit more time. You still want it to be firm, but you don't want it to be like really crunchy. Like you want your fork to be able to sink into it. Actually add the guy now, for real. I'm gonna drain out the bottom guy and then we'll do another rinse. turn off the heat when I put on the leaves?
Leave it on for just maybe a minute and then we turn it on.
Yes, Mom.
What time did you get up to do this?
What time did I what?
Get afterward.
I woke up at like 1, but I was on Instagram till 3. To get all these leaves out. By the time I get them all out, it's probably time to turn off the heat. So everybody is going in this pot. There we go. Okay. Okay. We'll just give that a little stir and we'll turn off the heat. Well, now there's 30 seconds on the timer. Okay. Okay, let me turn off that heat. Yeah? It's brown because there was char, but also turmeric. So, just in case you're like, why isn't it clear? But it looks okay, right? Alright, so we're gonna pour out some of this broth so y'all can see. And 1 piece of chayote. Or 2. Okay. This is super hot because we just finished, so. This was the bowl I put the charred pieces in, so. Ta-da! Turn off off the heat, right? Yeah, we did. Okay, we're all nice and cooked.
Keep it covered so it'll get cooking the leaves.
Okay. Okay. Ta-da! I was just trying to get the leaves off the ladle and stuff. Oh my god, it's so fucking hot. Okay, while we let this one bowl that we're gonna eat cool down, let's finish cleaning stuff. Ugh. Let's finish, sorry for the jiggle. Let's finish doing some dishes. And then we'll come back to that bowl, right? So these are the ones that need to get washed. And this. And that should be the rest of it while we let that hang out on the stove in that big ass pot. Oh wait, there's some leaves here. Okay, I'll just rinse out the sink again and scrub it a little bit. Here. Okay. Now, I can feel comfortable putting everything in the sink and then washing it. Because there was like gelatinized chicken blood kind of residual, I think, in here, so. So our bowl is probably not super cooled down because we barely... Oh! I don't know what happened, but thanks, Mojo. I'm guessing they were being fucking weird. What up, Mojo? Did not realize you're awake, but you do early morning streams, so I guess that makes sense. Let me just see if I can see what he... Oh, wow. That's like the second one today. Ugh. Okay. Oh, thank you for the ban. Let me just be thorough and report them too. Meow, 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 spam. Scam. Done. Submit. Yes. Cool. Nice. Cheap view link. Yeah, that's like the second one that happened today. It's so weird. It's like pretty much the same format of message too. So I don't know what's going on, but all right. Time for TINOLA. We're gonna let it hang on the stove. So whatever happens, happens. I'll probably split off some for me right now. I'm not really interested in the chicken so much as the chayote. I like the chayote a lot. So, let me scoot this closer. Actually, it'd be easier if you see it over here, right? Okay. Lighting. There we go. Okay, very happy with that. See, like, it's still firm, but it's soft. Soft yet firm. So I'm gonna split off some for me. And we're gonna put it in the fridge to cool. My mom wants to keep the lid on, so I will keep the lid on as she has requested. I'm just gonna grab some of this soup and put it in a container, and then fucking have the lid ajar so it kind of so it can cool down in the fridge, you know? There we go. I think that's good. Let me just get everything off this soup spoon. Ladle, please. Ladle, please. I'm so tired of cleaning utensils. There we go. Okay. Let me make sure you can't see my name. So this is my separated out portion. I got 2 legs for me. So preferably mom will get 3 legs and my aunt will get 2. And then that'll be that. There's probably going to be a lot of broth left over. But yeah, let me just flip you over too. Hold on. That's my hand. But yeah. Okay, maybe a little less. There we go. So again, with the lid ajar, because it's fucking piping hot, right? Okay, so I'm gonna put this carefully into the don't fucking close, you fucking piece of shit door. And then keep the lid on. I'm gonna wipe the stove top a little bit because it's like, ugh, it's a little gross. I don't like using the chemical wipies, but we're gonna go ahead and use a chemical wipey on the stove while moving all the utensils that we're using to dole out the soup while we wipe. And that's just a me thing. I just, especially around food or like food surfaces, like surfaces where things are prepared on or whatever, I would prefer to not use chemicals. But again, that's a me thing. Do what is comfortable for, you and your household, right? So, you know, there we go. Mostly wiping the area that we were working in without hurting myself, because again, it's still pretty hot over here. I'll do some more wipies maybe later on, right? Okay. Yay. Okay. I'm not washing that. All right, I think we're pretty good for now. Let me just see. I did a little wipies because it was pretty greasy over here. It's still kind of, you know, I still need to do more, but it's fine. And it was pretty oily over here too. So I think we did a pretty good job. All right, so now I need to figure out who to raid. Mojo might be on. Okay. Now it's cool enough to eat. The leaves are like sweet but also vegetal. It's been a while. Last time we had malunggay, it wasn't that much, and my mom froze it first before we used it. These were still fresh when we like put them in. Or like a few days fresh, you know what I mean? Like we didn't freeze it. So Okay, I need to wash these bowls because I don't want them to end up being broken or something. I'll have you facing me. Ooh, sorry. Okay. Oh, thanks. Yeah, so if Mojo's streaming, we'll probably raid Mojo because I know he does early morning streams. And this is early morning right now. We are in early morning hours. Or extremely late night degenning hours. So okay. Let me see if Mojo's streaming. Let me see if, let me just confirm. Let me find him. Fuck. Hold on. Tilt. Okay. Meow, 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 meow. It's a great day to not stand genocide. So, just FYI. Blinken just approved like $200 billion in weapons to fucking Israel when there's already been like 40-ish thousand, if not more, people unalived by weapons that are funded by our tax dollars if you're in America. So, you know, if you don't think that's cool, maybe don't stand genocide. Talk about it. You know what I mean? Find people talking about it, share things, have discussions with your friends on and offline. Mojo. Jojo. Oh, you're not on right now. Okay, we'll raid Mother Gamer then. Mother Gamer. Okay. So if y'all don't know Mother Gamer, she is Filipino. She talks about mental health and she's pan and she's really, really nice. So don't be a coomer, okay? She's like not into that. And she plays a lot of different games. And again, she's really, 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 really nice. So don't be mean to her, okay? Again, a great day to not stand genocide. There's more than one genocide going on, and most likely we're complicit in more than one with our money because we don't know where the government is spending our money, right? We know where they're not spending the money because we can see it, right? But yeah, do what you can. There are resources out there. There are pages about stuff everywhere. You know, No Tech for Apartheid is probably a really good place to start to see, you know, kind of how deeply complicit people are or companies are, you know what I mean? But anyway, I'll see y'all later. Thanks for hanging out.